to this, right? But you might be a bit young, but growing up, yeah, true story. You know, this is why I love the UPK. Growing up, there's a man called David Blaine. You know about David Blaine?
He's a magician, right?
Yeah. And everyone said, yeah, listen, everyone said that David Blaine has special powers. And so David Blaine, sorry, for anyone that don't know, David Blaine is a magician. And when David Blaine was on the scene in the early 2000s, he was doing miracles, so-called. Like he'll make a pigeon off the street fly again. He'll get a cup of coffee and turn it into a cup of nickels. You know, doing stuff like that, flying, doing stuff like that. Everyone was saying, oh, you know what? He might be the second coming of Christ. This man got magic powers. Someone even saying, you know, I think he might be the Antichrist. And guess what? The UPK been saying it for years, man. There's no such thing as magic, man.
Right.
It's all mirrors and smoke, man. And guess what? Now, thanks to social media, all the tricks that David Blaine come up with now, they've been exposed, man. That's what these black men, we're too superstitious, man. We gotta start believing in, you know, these OBM men and magicians, man. They're not real, man. They're just people, just hustlers that get your money. And this man's, his tricks have been exposed, man. So this is one of his favorite tricks. He's to go to a homeless man on the street with a cup of coffee, and money will come out of the cup of coffee when we get there.
Okay.
Well, it turns out this trick is much simpler than you may think. For the trick, concealed inside the coffee cup is another small cup filled with coins that is just big enough to fit below the coffee line. A sponge has been cut to fit inside the cup, which has a small hole. The hole is just big enough for his finger. He places the coin-filled cup into the coffee cup and on top of the sponge, and then the cups are filled with coffee. The magician places his finger inside the cutted hole and pushes the small cup up, which causes the coffee to spill onto its sides and down onto the sponge, revealing only the coins.
Right, okay.
So lucky. Was that it? Sorry, I thought this man had magic, man.
Right.
And that's what it is, that man. Like the Bible says, we're too superstitious, man. Everyone thought that David Blaine was the guy, and you know he could. Listen, it's all. There's no such thing as magic, man. Black man, we believe in the Obeah man too much. We believe in, you know, what's the man called? Oh my God! Listen, has anyone saw what happened with the Dalai Lama this week?
Right, you're seeing it, man.
That shit was disgusting. The Dalai Lama is a big religious leader in Asia, and we believe in men like that they're holy and that they can create miracles and that God's with them, and God isn't, man.
That's right.
What you saw there was a trick. It's smoke and mirrors, man. It's a technology, science. That's all it is. And we thought that, oh my God, he might be the second coming of Christ. Who can do miracles like that? Who can make new miracles? Who can make David Blaine had a miracle here where he made a pigeon fly again. A dead pigeon made it fly again. Come to find out, yeah, apparently if you take a pigeon here and you put him in dry ice, his heart will start beating for a couple of minutes, like 10, 15 minutes. And then if you choke him, you apply heat to his body, make him alive again, and he flies. What's the first thing a bird does? He sees you, get scared, flies away, man. That's all it was, and that's all David Blaine was, man. You could give me Daniel's 2. Daniel's 2 and 2.
Daniel chapter 2. Book of Daniel chapter 2 and verse 2. Then the king commanded to call the magicians. The magicians.
So the king, in the time of Daniel, there was a king that had a dream, and the king said, anyone that can, you know, interpret my dream, I'll give you some money. And the king called all his magicians. Yes, magicians are not new. They're not new. The people that have been around a long time, lying to people, hustling people, talking about I can read your palm, talking about tarot cards, talking about I had a vision. They've been around a long time. And guess what? There was false back then as well, man. And they're false today, man.
That's right. Kind. And the astrologers, and the sorcerers, and the astrologers,
and the sorcerers, all the palm readers, all the magicians, all the people that see visions, all of them are fraud, man. Keep it in.
Kind. And the Chaldeans for to show the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king. And the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream.
So these are men that's been on the king's payroll for years, man. Giving him, you know, the false dreams. Yeah, king, yeah, you're gonna have a good day today. You're gonna but now the king put him to the test, man.
Right.
Let me tell you something about these. Let me tell you something about the magicians and these palm readers. They're just hustlers, man. They say shit like this to you, or in a year to come, I see a great future. Or I experience, I can feel heartbreak in the future. You know why you're Alban? Because everyone's gonna have heartbreak in the future, man.
Right.
In the future, you're going to lose somebody. You know why? Because everybody dies in the future. No one's getting any younger. You know what I mean? Jobs collapse and foreclose in the future, and you think, wow, you know what? I lost my job one day. Psh, man of God, she told me that happened. I lost my granny. Man of God, let me tell you something about grannies. Grannies was dying. The day you was born, your grandma was dying. So I can get that button, please. Hit the button. You know what I mean? Grannies die. The day your granny's been old for the day you was born. I knew something happened because he told me that, man. They are hustlers, man.
Right.
Big hustlers, man.
And so like
I see something bright. They can never tell you plain as well. They can never say on December the 21st, you're gonna find a good man, everything's gonna be right. They can never tell you. It's always foggy because they're hustlers. Right. That's what they do. And they was there back then, and they was on the king's payroll making money. And one day the king put them to the test, man. Said, yo, I had a dream. Tell me that dream. You're a magician, tell me that dream. Tell me, yeah? Keep it in.
And it's lucky if I could on that.
Go on, man. Go on, chime in.
Like as well, you have people with these days with their familiar spirits, like they call it like seance or something like that today, where they'll claim like they can talk to the dead, but really they just say something vague like, oh, I'm sensing a recent loss or something. They pick up on facial expressions, they say vague things, and it's like, oh, maybe your uncle or grandpa. They see your face, oh yeah, your grandpa, he's calling from the afterlife. Probably some vague shit.
I know the wickedest thing. The wickedest thing that gets me. They go, yo. They go. I sense the death of the family. It's in the form of a man. I'm not sure if you know this shit. You know there's only two genders, yeah?
Right.
Either male or female. Yeah, it's a man. So you're like, it must be granddad. Must be granddad. Yo, then what did they say? So what's granddad saying? What's granddad always saying about Alba? What's granddad always saying? Anyone know?
Granddad, he always, he really misses you, and he just,
Oh,
really
there you go. Granddad don't ever say, yo, the man you there will leave me, I'll be spying on him with his hand teeth, money. Granddad don't ever say, you know what? Now that I'm dead, I can see how much of a slag you are, man. I didn't even know you go on, so. Granddad always misses you, man. Granddad don't say, listen, you think you forgot about the £5 you owe me? You think I don't see how scandalous you are. Granddad just misses you, man. And same with grandma and your cousin, he misses you. They all say the same thing. And everyone thinks like, whoa, these are men of God, man. These are hustlers, man. It's like you're about to call you. Carry on.
Come on. Verse 4. Then spake the Chaldeans to the king in Syriac, O king, live forever. Tell thy servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation.
So even the hustlers they're saying, tell me the dream. They're tied the interpretation. Keep saying, damn that. Tell me the dream that I had. Tell me that dream. And they can't do it, man. Keep it in.
Can't. The king answered and said to the Chaldeans, the thing is gone from me. If ye will not make known unto me the dream with the interpretation thereof, ye shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made a dunghill.
And they keep saying, damn, man, listen, you men are magicians, man. I can't remember the dream. Oh, you ever had a dream that it was a drastic dream and it impacted you when you woke up? But you can't remember it though. Like, I can't remember, but it really upset me. The king had one of those. Yeah, I get irregular, so lucky, man. I get irregular. You wake up thinking, whoo, that was a horrible dream, but you can't really remember anything again. Sometimes it'll come back to you later. The king had one of those. He's saying, tell me this dream. They couldn't tell him, man. Keep it in.
Can't. But if ye show the dream and the interpretation thereof, ye shall receive of me gifts and rewards and great honor.
There you go. The king said, if you can show me, I'll pattern you up, man. Drink, whatever the case would be, the whole thing. Keep it in.
Can't. Therefore, show me the dream and the interpretation thereof. And they answered again and said, let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation of it.
You know why? Because these magicians are just like David Blaine, the holy man. Like, well, tell me the dream then, now, because they want the king to tell them a dream so they can lie. Oh. So that means this, that. They can't tell you the fake, man. David Blaine is phony. The tarot card readings are for the liars. They always give you a vague, they give it nice and broad. They give you a scenario that can fit anybody. You've lost someone in your life, we all have. You've lost a male in your life, we've all lost males in their life. The only male and female. He misses you. That's what anyone would say.
Right.
You know, everyone lost somebody. Everyone, I'm not sure if you know this, but every human being is born to die. You're only getting older. You know what I mean? And that's what they give you vague, broad answers, man. If you could be Alban, get me the one in Bell and the Dragon. When the magicians had the magicians were talking about, yeah, man, you know what I mean? This idol eats the food. And really, it was all smoke and mirrors, man. There was a trap door. You know what I mean? And men was going in the trap door and eating the food, man. And Daniel put powder on the floor, and there were footprints there. It might be verse 11, or it might be
Card is verse 11.
Is it 11?
Alright, I can read from verse 8 where the king was angry and he was like,
Go on.
Come on. The story of Bel and the Dragon, chapter 1 and verse 8. So the king was wroth and called for his priests and said unto them, if ye tell me not. So the king had a big dragon, a big brass dragon, and he said to Daniel, yo, listen, this dragon eats food. We leave food for him. We leave in the morning, the food's gone. Right.
And Daniel goes, listen, that's fraud, man. That ain't real, man. Clearly someone's eating that. And the king got angry, like, what do you mean? It's my culture, man. Like, this is what we do. Like, people that leave food out for sanitary and shit. All that's told him, man. It's false, not real. Keep it in.
Khan. So the king was wroth and called for his priest and said unto them, if ye tell me not who this is that devoureth these expenses, ye shall die.
Keep it in.
But if ye can certify me that Bel devoureth them, then Daniel shall die.
There you go. So Daniel said to the king, listen, it's fraud. And the king got angry and goes, you know what? If Daniel's right, you men are going to die. If Daniel's wrong, then you're going to die. We done?
Khan. For he had spoken blasphemy against Bel. And Daniel said unto the king, let it be according to thy word. Now the priest...
basically Daniel said, cool. Said, let it be according to your word. What he said, let that happen. Keep it in.
Right. Now the priests of Bel were 70, besides their wives and children.
So the priests of Bel was what? 70. Scores 20, 60 and what? 70. It was 70 man. 70 man and Daniel by himself. Keep it in.
Khan. And the king went with Daniel into the temple of Bel. So Bel's priests said, lo, we go out. But thou, O king, set on the meat and make ready the wine and shut the door fast and seal it with thine own signet.
So the priest set food on the table, meat, everything, and shut the door, and they sealed the door, sealed it shut. So if anyone was to bust the door, you would know because you'll see the break in the seal. Like if you get wax and you put it on an envelope and seal it, you know someone opened the envelope because it's broken. They put that same seal on the door and sealed it with the king's signet. So if the food's gone and the seal's broken, then Daniel can say, look, someone clearly bust the door and ate the food. So they said, okay, cool. We'll seal the door so we know that no one ain't been in the door. How about typical magician stuff? You know magicians,
right.
Isn't it?
Right.
Look.
Yeah.
Look. Fooling that. You know the ones that typical. Look. I'm flying. Put your hand on my feet. Do you feel anything? See? Now watch this. Typical magician stuff, man.
Right.
Try and make you believe that, yo, this man's real, man. They say, yeah, seal the door. Typical magician stuff. Keep it in.
Khan. And tomorrow when thou comest in, if thou findest not that Bel hath eaten up all, we will suffer death. Or else
they say, cool, so seal the door, we set food, and if you come back tomorrow and Bel ain't eaten nothing, then we'll suffer death, we'll die. We die.
Khan. Or else Daniel that speaketh falsely against us.
Come on.
And they little regarded it, for under the table they had made a privy entrance.
There you go, man. There you go. Just like under the table, they made a private entrance, man. A private entrance, just like all magicians, man. You saw that couple for raw. David Blaine got magic, man. But under that cup was what? A privy entrance, man.
Right.
In that box was a secret compartment, man. Them cards that they have, they're rigged, man. That's all magicians are. They're phony. They ain't real, man. Black man, stop being so superstitious, man. So give me that last scripture, and then we have a quick commercial break, man. Fuck it. I've been in America too long, talk about commercial. Slack, advert. We have a quick advert, man. That me saying commercial, man. Slack, man. Get me in Acts. You know where it is?
You said it was Acts.
Let me get it for you. Oh man, yeah, I think it's Acts. 1 second. Acts 17:22.
Come on. The book of Acts, chapter 17 and verse 22. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, Ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious.
Even Paul knew, man. Paul said, in all things you are too superstitious. And black people, Hispanics, Native Indians, we are too superstitious, man. We believe in magic. We believe in bad luck. We believe in horseshoes and turning your clothes inside out so a donkey can't haunt you, man. We're too superstitious. These things ain't real, man. Magic is not real, man. Witches are not real, man. Wizards are not real, man. And it's mad because black people, we're scared of make-believe. But Alba, guess what we're not scared of?
We're not scared of...
We're not scared of weed. We're not scared of crack cocaine. We're not scared of police brutality. We're not scared of single-parent homes. These are the things we should be scared about, man. Your most notorious drug dealer will sell drugs and risk his freedom and risk his life. But hey, don't split the pole. You can't talk the way to a pastor. David Blaine might be the Antichrist because we're too superstitious, man. We gotta stop that, man. Right. If you want to say before we go to the adverts, like you almost like you say,
like you were saying, our people are superstitious. No, we're scared of don't curse, don't curse, don't swear, and yet they're doing all sorts of molestation in the Christian church. They're doing all sorts of whoredom in that Christian church. They don't fear that, but they'll fear, don't swear, don't do all this, or don't say the Lord's name in vain. They'll say things like that. It's ridiculous, man.
Kind of like that idiot that was on the chat last week, man. Oh, you even call yourself men of God, but you're rapping. Listen, rap ain't our problem, man.
Right.
Having sex with white women is our problem. That's the sin. Right. Eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, the Christian church, that's the sin. Linking up with heathens and becoming one with the heathens, that's our problem. But we're so superstitious. We think, you can't have your pants baggy, don't have braids. And that's the issue, man.
Yeah. Are the matrix? Sham Jeezy. Haratia. When me say U.P.K, UK. Well, anyway. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead pan the ends. Where me come from, you lucky if you live long day in a the war zone, but I no Pakistan, a the place where you juvenile a the big man. Graver you do time, brother, pick one, yo. Man a fi bleach, but I never zone of the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them response. You we dead if you a Christian, devil them strong. We say, but it's a trick done. Them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me killer them where they are London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. A same struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance. Hey, boom. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead body them. Once upon a time round ya so did nice, full of vibes. Man a play football, choose a side. If I no football, you like one go shoot your dice. But everything change when me nigga lose him life. Proof of crime, a certain black coffee get scrutinized. Check every taxi on the route I drive, them youth I ride, them two connive. Man have to sleep at the and shoot a night. And watch your head back, you never know what overtime round. You're not safe again. Watch out for the hate of them and the traitor them and the fake friend dog, the acre tens. No solution for make amends. Babylon says ceasefire, but we not no faith na them a sake of them. Make the crime rate so great again. And Jamaica red hot like the equator belt, Jamaica bread. Cause you never break no red. With the ghetto youth, them you send the Terminator, them dad. So man, I feel all a rem span the ends. Me and my dog, them a all a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Time and Babylon a put stress pa we head span the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try with the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead span the ends. Lucky if you live long, they in a the war zone, but I know Pakistan is a place where you juvenile are the big man. Pray for you do time, brother, pick one dad. Man have to bleach, but I never zone. At the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them respond. You with dead if you a Christian, devil in strong ends. A trick done, them want we fall down in a the quicksand. Me killer them where they are London, England. Teach me say the white man name is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. A same struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance.